Hey guys, Tara here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Kholodny Ferma Winter, playing for today, spawning on the right. We have Barton as OKW, who has Overwatch, Special Operations, and Luftwaffe Ground Forces. Basic offensive on the left. We have Maxy as the Soviets, who has Guard Motor Coordination, Guard Rifle Combined Arms, and Lend Lease. Maxy seems to be someone's Smurf count. Top 10 with a couple factions that are less than 50 games played. So somebody's Smurf. And this is what Barton is talking about right now. Seeing a conscript opening from Maxy. Might be maybe even 4 cons.
Well done, comrades.
Barton playing from the right hand side of Kholodny Ferma Winter, which can be a struggle. Very hard as the right hand side player to maintain control of your munitions, because the entire munitions point is further around the corner and you have to cross all the negative cover to get there in the first place. Then the entire point is basically covered in negative cover. Closing the distance here. Of course, away one conscript, but Stern Pioneers taking heavy damage. Actually chases outside of the cover. Stern Pioneers have to retreat. I think he probably would have lost. Ooh, are they going to be able to retreat out of there? Yeah, they have to go around the long way. Getting body blocked through this tunnel. I was just going to try to get into the retreat path, hope for the wipe, but I don't think it's likely. Should we just make it into this garrison over here? Gonna make it hard for Maxy to control the munitions. Meanwhile, Barton's trying to dissuade these two squads from rushing onto its cutoff, having a little bit of success. But yeah, I find right spawn on this winter version a lot harder because yeah, the munitions point is hard to capture your one, and their one is hard to harass because you don't have this nice piece of heavy cover inside the capping circle, so you can't make early harassing plays on that very easily compared to the summer variant. And already I feel like this map is slightly favoured to the left first place, so it's kind of made the situation even worse. Barton picks up Overwatch, and we're actually seeing a 5th conscript coming in from Maxy. That is very unusual. And we're almost certainly going to be seeing a PPSH conscript doctrine, I would imagine. Guard Rifle Combined Arms. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to make use of 5 conscripts. To start to drop off as the Fox Traders upgrade the STGs. Overall, I think Maxy's got a slightly stronger start here. Managed to neutralise Barton's fuel for quite a bit longer. But having gone for this many conscripts does mean that he's actually unable to build medics right now. And that could be a problem. He gets caught trying to set up sandbags once again. He really wants to, but just can't secure this munitions point. Stern Pioneers closing around from the north though. And their retreat, perhaps noticing them passing through the sector. Should avoid the wipe, I believe. Conscripts push on to the cutoff once more. Got an engagement up here. Looks like Conscript's going to win this. Opportunities were maybe a bit low health star in the engagement. Nope, it's a new grenade. Well dodged. And conscripts maintain control. But yeah, no medics for Maxy early because he's gone for so many conscripts. And, you know, if Barton can keep the bleed up and keep the pressure on, not allow Maxy the opportunity to get the medics. Oh, he's getting them now. Sometimes I find when, you know, I'm slightly behind, I go for a more manpower expensive strategy. I can never quite fit the medics in, and it ends up costing me a tremendous amount of manpower throughout the match.
But only for those who are seriously wounded.
So again, getting camped on his cutoff. Barton actually drops a med crate, goes for the maximum heal. Looks like he got basically every squad with that one crate. Made use of the trick. Pushing out here, hasn't run into anything yet. Conscripts kind of spread out, and there's no real match for this big blob from Barton. But Barton has suffered a extensive period of being cut off, actually with far superior resource control. In fact, I don't know if Barton's even controlled his munitions point at all this game. That's what I was talking about. It's just so hard for the right hand side to control the munitions point. You put some sandbags down here, which does help a bit, but some factions don't have easy access to do that. Maxy going to make another push onto the cutoff here. Seeing tier 3 tech going down. He's gone for tier 2 as well. Incendiary grenade goes in and helps win that engagement quite handily. Otherwise that might have been a tough one, especially with those PPSHs being upgraded at the last second. But the incendiary grenade, that might have been a lost engagement. Those are the very annoying kind of incendiary grenades. Looks like we've got some triple wire flares going off as well, picking off a couple models for Barton from Barton's squad. PSH is chasing down these folks. They really stand no chance here. Oh, but here comes the flak half track. That's what he's trying to stall out for. No anti-tank grenades, and he has to get out of there. Barton had a plan with that soft retreat. If you're up against a really good player and you see them soft retreating in a very losing engagement like that, you can kind of expect they have a surprise in store for you. And down here trying to get rid of a couple more squads. Got a T-70 about halfway down for Maxy, so it's not looking too bad for him. The cuff track's going to have a limited amount of time uncounted. Not trying to jump out of the building until the machine gun arrives. Don't want to risk getting wiped by the PPSH conscripts there. Barton does go for the MG, which means his flak half track at this stage is a little bit exposed when your opponent's got such a good start like Maxy's had, almost unharassed fuel. You expect a T-70 around this time, around the 9-minute mark. So yeah, going for the flak half, going for the MG first. It's a bit of a risk and could be about to suffer because of it. T-70 not chasing in though. A bit late on the chase. We've got Stern Pioneers coming up here, but they don't have access to a Faust. T-70 missing a few hits. The cuff track looks like it's going to go down though. And there it goes. Barely got any value from that flak half track. Goes to the kitten now, but yeah, it's a little bit late. But yeah, when you're using your flak half track, you really have to have it supported like around this timing by a squad with a Faust. Otherwise, you can just get bum rushed by the T-70. And T-70 actually looking likely to wipe another unit here, this time unfortunately to squad. And there it goes. Barton gets the Shrek. Forcing away the T-70 briefly. Is he going to come back in for the wipe? Tries to, but doesn't get favourable scatter. G34 is staying strong in the middle though, stopping units running straight down the middle onto his cutoff, so Barton is at least controlling a bit of territory. Is he really making use of the recon mode? This could be trouble though. Raked creeping up. And I think that Shriek might have missed there. See how many escapes. Barton upgrading medics now. He's one squad down, lost his flak half track for little gain. He is in dire straits. He's in a lot of trouble. And once again, this is what I was talking about. Come around this corner, you're straight away onto negative cover. Very hard. He's just almost never had control of his munitions points in the whole game. Do you see any heat out for repairs? And PPSH conscripts now, you can see they've actually out-vetted the Volkswagens almost like 1 star more across the board. Now I've hit the dirt and the Molotovs. Just overrunning the Volkswagens. Likewise through the middle, looks like the machine gun had to evacuate in the face of a Molotov, and once again Barton getting pushed right back. Like if he's gonna have a hope of winning this, he needs to take out this T-70 basically the next time it comes to harass him, otherwise he's gonna really struggle. He's doing the right thing though, going for a second machine gun against heavy infantry play like this. I think this is the right decision. Oh, but he might lose his Raketen here. He's quick on the retreat. Good to see. But he's got almost no territory. Triple cap. Already lost 200 VPs. He is in deep, deep trouble. You can see that the problem with the PPSH conscripts, the upgrade is so cheap. 40 munitions compared to these TGs. They're 60. Just allows you to get them across all your squads like straight away. And then the efficacy is off the charts. No Ura here from Maxy. I think there's a mistake right there. Dropped 2 or 3 models on the way in there. If he Ura'd in. I mean, look, maybe for strategy munitions you want Ura in, but when you need 200 munitions, make use of the Ura. MG34 really doing a great job in the middle. This is because Maxy's gone for the extra squad of conscripts. Doesn't allow him to squeeze a team weapon into his build. But already at 9 CPs, goes tier 4 down, so he's going to probably be looking for a T-34 quite soon. Barton going for a Raketen, which I think is the right decision. Seen his Stern Pioneers with the Shrek up here, which are actually going to be able to hold their own a little bit against the T-70, which is nice. But Barton, somehow he's got control of 2 VPs, so he stopped the drain briefly. He's got a second Raketen, but he's going to be facing T-34 as well very shortly.
The enemy is taking
Thing is though, with Maxy's build, especially when you're facing off against double machine guns, it can actually be quite hard to micro T70, T34 and this many conscripts around all the machine guns and around all the Raketans. It is a bit of a challenge. Yeah, some people do like to complain about the MG34, but we can see its excellent suppression performance right here. Taking care of those PPSH conscripts. T70 and T34 in the middle. Alongside the garrison, so Raketan can't contribute. He's just going to destroy this building. He's had enough of it. Preventing his harassment through the middle. Incendiary grenade goes in there. So it's going to be exchanged for a Molotov. MG34 doing a good job though, suppressing these squads. The tier 4 tech comes out just in the nick of time, just before he gets detected. T70 goes down. T34 also looks like it's going to go down. What a massive throw! Lost 2 tanks there. Could be about to lose the infantry squad as well. And there it goes. So now he's lost 2 conscripts and 2 tanks. It's exactly what Barton was hoping for.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
But that's what I was talking about. You know, he's busy trying to flank around all these machine guns. At the same time microing his tanks, and it all went to custard there. Just lost everything basically. But this is all because Barton went for the double machine guns. It's just shut down this heavy conscript opening so well. No support weapons from Maxy, no mortars. You know, honestly, maybe could have even gone for a Katyusha first before the T-34, because the T-70 will be able to control the flanks quite well. Katyusha will be able to soften up this heavy team weapon play from Barton, as long as he makes sure he plants a couple mines down on the entrances to his base where perhaps a tank would try rush Katyusha. Should be pretty safe on a map like this. Things starting to come unglued here for Maxy. Rebuilding 2 of those conscripts. Not sure that's the way to go. Especially what we've seen from his micro hasn't been that impressive. Much easier to just set up a machine gun somewhere, or a mortar, or a anti-tank gun, and use less infantry squads. And, you know, with a tech structure in this position, very hard to push. So trying to get aggressive with so many close range infantry squads is unwise. Let's try settle down into a more grindy kind of game. Get some rocket artillery, just try drain out those last 200 or so VPs. Oh, that was a horrible time to hit the dirt. Hey guys, let's lie in a fire. Sounds like fun. This is where Maxy should be oorahing in to close in on the Volksschmieds. Instead, not doing that. Double Raketan shutting down the push through the middle, but he did manage to decrew the MG34. It's going to be recrewed by the Stern Pioneers. Very expensive now to reinforce, but Did not want that falling into enemy hands. Third, that's actually a third in G34 for Barton. I didn't realise that. But, you know, Maxy did end up rebuilding 2 PPSH conscripts. Perhaps Barton realised that, noticed the low veterancy levels on a couple of these conscripts he was engaging. He's like, oh, those have been rebuilt. Well, anything 2 machine guns can do, 3 can do better. And he's really locking down a good amount of territory with his machine guns now. Pretty much preventing any VP bleed.
We are losing territory.
Maxy's strategy has been very ineffective. Bleeding a lot of manpower from his conscripts. Even though they're cheap to reinforce, he's just using them very inefficiently. Causing the IL-2. This is not really the situation that's ideal for IL-2s. Gonna force a lot of retreats here, but doesn't have that much to push on the back of it. This T-34 still back in base reinforcing. It would be better if he had more units available to push this area of denial. T-34 now being dispatched to the south, going to try to take care of some of these machine guns that are down here. It's a wise idea. Not having any luck through the centre where those Raketans have been. But we do have the OKW Panzer IV for Barton. He's finally saved up the fuel for that bad boy. Losing control of the south next to the T-34, but Panzer IV getting control of the middle. And this is a tough match for the T-34-76. This OKW Panzer IV. This thing's got such strong armour. T-34 really struggles to penetrate. Shusha, kind of long range one into the machine gun on the middle. Doesn't quite get the kill. 3 models, but still enough to escape. Conscripts do have anti-tank grenades. Sometimes in those situations it's worth lobbing an anti-tank grenade at a tank. Even though it won't get engine damage on it the first time, makes your opponent go, oh, well now if I try use it without repairing it, send it to another location to harass another squad. Now it's in threat of receiving engine damage, but it actually runs over a mine. And is in big trouble here. Mass anti-tank grenades. T-34 trying to rotate down through the middle. The finishing blow. Raketans. Yeah, the Raketans. Oh, they're in a nice position, but kind of blocking his tank's pathing here. T-34 bounces the first shot, but runs straight into the Raketan. Oh, and I think he set off his own mine there. T-34 has to get out of there. She should not quite ready to fire. I bet you he would have loved to just shoot that Raketan there, but cooldown wasn't quite complete. But either way, things going swimmingly for Barton. He is they're now kind of firing into the region where the Raketans were, but Barton's done a pretty good job of evacuating the area.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
It is finished.
AT gun is ready for combat.
Barton actually went for a 4th machine gun. Oh man. But this does make life super hard for these PPSH conscripts. So hard for them to find an angle that's not covered by a machine gun. Maxy's really going to have to rely on this Katyusha, but hasn't really got mines down on the entrances to his base. So Katyusha is in a little bit of jeopardy of going down. Now investing in a ZIS.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Should be able to help him against this Panzer IV, which is really just stacking up a nasty kill count. 16 already. Just going to push into the middle again. Used to hit the dirt. 34. Oh, I would not run down this alleyway. Very commonly mined, and he doesn't have sweepers.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Know how many mines Barton has planted, but I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe. Got some mine sweepers around.
A sector has been cut off.
Panzer IV coming around the side.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
The
territory.
exact moment the ZIS barrage launches a attack on the MG34. Getting unfavourable scatter though, quite a long range. Oh, that was a juicy one though. Big hit there, almost knocks it out. Desperately trying to stop the cap here, and he does. P4 comes up for a look. The kid's lining up. P4 backs away. T-34 wasn't baited in there by the Rakitans.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
T-34 heading up here, but could take engine damage. Just try to stay at max range so doesn't risk taking the Faust. Katyusha stops the cap in the middle. 7 kills now, not too bad. Going for a Maxim now is Maxy. Going to help control the centre. This building still has quite a lot of health because it hasn't been used much, so it's going to be quite strong for a Maxim in the middle. Barton does have the infantry support gun back here though. Already barraging that building, even though there's nothing inside it currently, perhaps realising the threat it could be in the future.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Maxy is, you know, he's got the one Katyusha, but he is lacking a little bit in other forms of indirect fire. So you're going to see Sector Assault being called in here by Barton. Plane strays around and bobs off a few bombing runs. At the same time we're seeing IL-2s deployed from Maxy, which are targeting the infantry support guns. Oh! Oh man! There's a Sector Assault bombs doing some big damage there. Now I am missing squads going down, but it looks like we've seen some conscripts die.
We are losing territory.
Oh. Oh, what was that? A bit of friendly fire there. A Sector Assault. Kitten gets decrewed by the close range Katyusha, but fortunately he's just charged up through the middle lane. Just managed to escape Faust range there. That could have been death, and that's why you need to mine up these entrances to your base. Oh! Oh my god! Sector Assault comes in for one last laugh. I thought it was done for, but one shots that squad. Katyusha, though, moved out into a very forward position. He ends up going down to the camouflage Raketen, and all of a sudden Barton is in a commanding position. It's a fresh Katyusha. Clears out one of the MG34s. Who's in control of the north again. Barton's been good about harassing this VP constantly. Doesn't have any, or his anti-tank support is just not there in the middle. He loses Maxim. Forward as back ways is just in range. Here comes the Panther for Barton, and this is the T-34's worst nightmare. Panther is a massive struggle for T-34-76. Same with the 85 as well. Just so much frontal armor. Barton just rolling straight to the front lines. T-34 pushes forwards, backs away immediately. It's a lucky frontal penetration. It's going to get an AT grenade off as well. It's a win. We got the one Stern Pioneer for repairs at the moment. Oh, Katyusha barrage into this area, perhaps expecting some repairs to be going on. An officially retreated Panther. T-34 without repairs, no combat engineers for Maxy at all. It's going to be a problem because the second T-34 is now taking heavy damage in the hands of this stealth Raketen. Max's army composition is looking very weak.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Combat engineers. This commander, you know, doesn't have any repairing abilities in it. You know, it's no conscript repair kits, no vehicle crew repairs. So with a composition like this, Maxy really needs 2 combat engineers for repairs. Having only just built one, he's going to be struggling throughout this match. Barton's machine guns just getting the work done time and time again. These PPSH conscripts too strong for the Vet 5 Volksgrenadiers. Went out that engagement. So this got cleared out by the ISG though, so that's should be doing pretty well for itself. There was Vet 2 as well, so it's a bit of a shame to lose the reload bonuses on it. Panther just charges straight down the middle. Perhaps hoping to catch a enemy vehicle up in forward position. Doesn't see one. Again, this is why you need to have these kind of entrances to your base mined when you have something like a howitzer or a rocket artillery. Otherwise, you can just go down in the blink of an eye. Let's just try and push into the central VP, but get spotted and suppressed before they can hit the dirt. Might be able to get them neutralized, but probably not much more than that. Katyusha into the middle. Looks like Panzer IV is mobilizing. They're going Katyusha hunting. Panther takes engine damage. T-34's come out here. This finally sets up. He's retreating it for quite a while. But everything's bouncing from these T-34s. Panther one shot from death here. B4 is taking some damage now from the Zis on the rear. It's not being repositioned. Final T-34 goes down.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
And there goes the Zis.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh, and this looks like the end of the Katyusha. No, Panther misses that shot. Oh, but it looks like the Panther needs one more AT grenade before it dies, and it's not forthcoming. And that's the game, basically. Barton at 100 of 100. And Maxy at now 30, but was 20 supply. Yeah, this is Barton. He played the game well. You know, he's quite far behind at the start. Actually had a far better start, better spawn on this map. But Barton played smart. Maxy over committed for 5 PPSH conscripts, and Barton countered that very effectively with mass machine guns. And we saw Maxy kind of run out of micro, losing his T-34 and his T-70 in the middle at one stage. Basically leaving Barton back into this game.
One of our machine guns has been silenced.
Mutually assured destruction, but this one gets abandoned.
We have a new T-34
So
standing by.
Maxy's still in this game, thanks to that abandon. Katyusha's still kicking thanks to that Panther miss. Finally fires, hoping to catch some repairs, but I was a little bit further back this time.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. We have an isolated sector.
I'll just speed this one up for a bit because there's not going to be too much action until Barton's tanks have finished repairing. Looks like Barton going on the aggressive with it straight away, perhaps hoping to catch T-34 that took up a couple shells just before. Runs in, finds the traitor Panzer IV, but manages to pick that off long range.
Vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
Vet 4, Panzer IV doing some massive damage, knocking out the repairs immediately as well. Both of them missing. And bouncing.
It is now under our control.
Pull back for repairs. Still only got the one stern pioneer thanks to supply issues. He finally manages to decrease the infantry support gun there. Panther's finally back up to full.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Panther's going for an old-fashioned base inspection.
Our HQ is under attack.
It was anti-tank grenade, but a little bit too early before penetrating hits come through, so doesn't result in engine damage.
The sector is at risk.
But they're going to be content to try pick away long range, despite being outgunned 2-1 here. Okay, now he drops Overwatch right next to Maxy's base. In fact, I think this covers basically his entire base except for a small region back here. I believe this does require sight to activate. But it looks like Barton's pushing up some units in now. He's going to have sight very shortly. Here comes the hero Panzer IV.
Sector under attack.
5 now.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Chusha also in the danger zone over there. Rakit up here. He was duking it out. I haven't seen any bombs come through though. This ability is very weird. I don't understand how it operates. One of the planes gets shot down there.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
I don't think it dropped a single bomb.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Maybe this doesn't target units in base at all,
Supply lines
unlike
are
some
being
other
cut.
strafes that when you put right at the edge of the base sector, they work. There's some guards now. Just trying to repair his tanks up. I'm going for another Panzer IV. It should be the nail in the coffin here.
On our territory.
He's actually going for his mechanized regiment HQ so he can get the repairmen, put them to work. That's a good way to get some repairs when you're already pretty much at your supply limit, like Barton has been for the last few minutes.
200 points remain.
Hero Panzer IV pushing forwards through the unknown, runs into 2 tanks and blitzes away to safety. P4 duking out with some conscripts. Panther are going to be coming in to support now. Now he's going tank hunting. He's taking aim at the stolen Panzer IV. But everything's penetrating for both sides here. Comes another Overwatch bombing run for Barton. Here goes the Panzer IV, T-34 remaining, trying to escape, but the Panther's on the hunt. The Overwatch suppressing these squads. And bombing them. They're going after him, but missing. T-34 going on a round the world tour. It looks like he's going to run right into these Volkswagens. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Panther connects at long range. Finishes the job. He's going to go after the Katyusha, and that is the game.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Well, I think I already wrapped up what went wrong for Maxy here, and how well Barton adapted to Maxy's strategy. So I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.